Now look, today we're diving into a story that's lighting up the boxing world and the mainstream headlines. Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the most electrifying fighters in the ring, has been arrested again. This time he was arrested in Miami for alleged domestic battery. Now y'all go ahead and sit back and relax and stay until the end of this episode because we're going to unpack what happened, what this means for his career, and why this keeps happening. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode number 87. So here's what went down. On July 11th, on Friday, Gervonta Davis was arrested early in the morning in Miami Beach and taken to jail in Doral, Florida. Now, the charge was a misdemeanor battery causing bodily harm. And this wasn't some random bar fight. You feel me? Like, this allegedly happened outside of his girlfriend's home on Father's Day. And according to the police reports, the woman says that Davis hit her in the back of the head and slapped her. You feel what I'm saying? Causing a cut on her lip. Even the girl mother was there and she recorded part of the altercation with her phone. You feel what I'm saying? Allegedly catching Gervonta Davis throw a small box at the woman. Now, Davis was arrested and held on a $10,000 bail, and he was later released. But he refused to sign a Miranda warning, which legally speaking, might make things more complicated.
Gervonta got arrested, so the fight is off, y'all. So Gervonta got arrested for allegedly smacking his baby mother. And they was like, this not the first time. Damn, my boy. Now, I don't know if the fight is really not going to happen. I'm just saying, if I was Gervonta, I would not even do this fight. Because this is just a distraction. Look at him, y'all. He don't even look focused. He look like he in a sunken place. He just looking like, damn, fuck. So he was arrested in Miami on July 11th. They said this little altercation that supposedly happened between him and his baby mother happened on June 15th. Which was Father's Day. So they say Gervonta went to his ex-girlfriend's house to go pick up the kids. And when the kids got in the car, an argument happened, allegedly, between him and the baby mother. And he told her, hey, get these kids. And then when she proceeded to get the kids out the car, that's when she said he struck her in her face. Now, y'all, I don't know if he did it. I'm hoping he ain't do it. This my boy. So she said after he did that to her, she had a minor cut on her lip from the incident. This shit crazy, fool. So what do y'all think? If it was you in this situation, how long you think he finna sit? And would you still do this boxing match that's supposed to happen on August? I'm just telling y'all, I don't know, bruh. He do not look like he focused. I don't want this man to get in that ring and then lose that like for show. Go in there and fuck around, get knocked out. I'm like,
and this is far from Gervonta's first run-in with the law. In fact, this is starting to look like a pattern. Even back in 2023, he pled guilty to a hit and run case from 2020. And he ended up doing some jail time because of his violation of house arrest. And also back in 2022, he was arrested for a domestic violence charge. But luckily, that victim later recanted.
What's your first name? What's your first name? What's his first name?
Gervonta. Somebody in there, y'all cannot walk into my house. No, y'all cannot. No, y'all cannot.
Okay, what we're going to do is going to end up calling Child Protective Services. And Child Protective Services will come out here. And Child Protective Services will take custody of the kid. Who's he? Who's he? Okay.
Can you explain what's going on?
He's going to jail for domestic violence. Okay. Where is the mother?
The mother's not here.
Where is she?
She's not here. She's not in her state.
So, you know what I mean?
Can you give me the basis of the arrest?
Domestic violence.
Okay, on what premise?
He struck her.
I'm doing that.
I get it.
We'll do it. Not you.
They're going to do it. Okay? You don't walk up on cops doing their job. And if I tell you to back up, I'm going to tell you to back up. So I'm going to tell you to back up. Now I'm going to do it this way. Don't walk up on cops doing something, especially when someone tells you not to.
Hand it to him. He was handing it to me as keys. You see, I have them in my hand.
Leave. Go.
Largest fully accredited sheriff.
I'm all right. This one AC work for. All right, so we're gonna go in, get you.
And let's not forget, back in 2020, he was caught on video grabbing his baby mother by the throat at a public event. That's 3 separate domestic related incidents in 5 years. Some people say at some point that this is no longer bad luck or people out to get him. You know, this is a pattern that raises serious concerns. You know, I don't know what goes on in the background. You know, a lot of people don't want to compromise to the higher ups or something like that. You know, it's a lot of things going on in the background when it comes to the higher ups and everything, trying to control things. And some people don't want to compromise, which puts them in certain situations where they got to face consequences for them not, bowing down. Now, let's talk about what this means for his career. Gervonta Davis is 30 years old now, still undefeated, and he is supposed to be running it back with Lamont Roach Jr. on August 16th after they draw earlier this year. You feel me? That rematch was highly anticipated, but now everything is up in the air because if these charges stick or if the public pressure grows, promoters, networks, and sponsors might pull back. And this isn't just about legal matters anymore. This is about his reputation, his marketability, and whether the sport of boxing wants to keep rewarding this kind of behavior. Now, what's even wild is that Davis tried to keep his arrest low key. He was trying to hide his face from the media when he was being released from jail and everything. And that even sparked more backlash online.
Covering suspects bonding out of jail here for several years. I can tell you that this is a first for me because as Davis was walking out of the Turner Guilford Night Center, he had 3 corrections officers surrounding him, not really allowing reporters to get close to him to ask him questions. That said, I did ask those questions as to his allegations. He is accused of striking his ex-girlfriend, the mother of his children. I asked him about those charges. He refused to answer our questions.
I mean, some folks are even saying that it's time for the boxing world to stop turning a blind eye to this type of stuff. And others argue that they should just let the courts decide. But you can't really ignore how this plays out in the public eye. When you're a public figure making millions, how you carry yourself definitely matters. Look, talent will take you far, but your character determines how long you last. And Gervonta Davis is one of the most exciting fighters of this generation, no doubt. But if he doesn't get his personal life under control, he might punch his own career into early retirement. Now, the real question is, will this be the wake-up call he finally listens to, or will this just be another headline before the next one's drop? Now, I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. Do y'all think Gervonta Davis is being targeted? Or do y'all think it's time for him to be held accountable for his actions? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And also, if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up. And also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.